the Honest to God series with Aingeal Rose and Ahonu.
You are all very, very welcome. I am Ahonu, and with me is my lovely Aingeal Rose.
People are demanding answers.
Basically exposing the truth.
For us to explore in more detail today.
This is the time period of truth being exposed, of all the unhealed stuff coming out.
So make sure you tune in. You can subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and on our website at worldofempowerment.com.
Don't miss an episode. Hit the subscribe button now.
Continuing on from our discussion last week, the second one is called the upside down world. It occurred to me as we were listening to that about how everything is been projected outside. And what that really means is that, the first time that mind ever projected outside itself, it caused the cataclysms of the earth, because what it did was turn everything upside down. So think of the forces of nature. Think of fire, earth, air, and water. And what happens when those elements are denied, when their force is denied inside of us and we project them outside of us? What we've done is we've created a perception of a whole world that seems to be not only external, but bigger than us, where we're the small ones and nature's the big one. When the truth is, it's totally reversed. It's us denying the truth of ourselves. So if you think about a volcano, the external volcano comes up from deep within the earth and comes out the top, right? Big explosion of Kundalini fire comes out of this volcano. When the truth is that internally it's about our Kundalini rising from deep within the earth chakra and coming up and exploding out the top of the head. Okay, that's the internal process. The external is a volcano. What is it when our emotions are out of control? All these storms we're witnessing with huge waves and all this stuff, it's the water element out of control, right? So instead of us taking responsibility for our inner emotional nature, we project it outside. And look how volatile it becomes when you do that. It creates a huge tidal wave of storm. Look what happens when the wind is crazy. That's our mental body being projected externally, right? Instead of taking control of our thoughts, and instead of knowing what our mind is doing, it's run amok. It's run amok and it's projected outside. So now we're seeing violent windstorms. And what's happening with the earthquakes of the earth? Where we're denying the power of our physical body, and we're not being responsible for our physical world at all. Okay, so now externally it's crashing with the earth. It's all collapsing. That's why this is an upside down world. Like as I look out at these trees now, they look big to me, right? They're big. The sky is big. Well, that's a reverse perception of the world. In other words, the truth is we're bigger than the earth. We're bigger than the trees. We're bigger than the sky. We're bigger than the planet. But we perceive ourselves as small. So we've totally turned it upside down. And it reminds me of years ago when I had a book by Manly P. Hall called The Secret of All the Ages. There was one picture in that book that stuck out to me. And what it was a picture of the earth, but the Vitruvian man was stretched across the planet as if it was bigger than the planet and the planet was within it, instead of it being inside the planet. And I looked at that picture and I thought, well, I knew that there was something true about that, but I couldn't figure it out. Like the equator was where our navel chakra was spinning around, rotating around. And it was just a total reversal.
We will be back with more about this because we're uncovering lots of layers and seams of
We're going to go into the tunnel
gold.
of light in greater detail because we realize that it's a much bigger conversation than we thought before.
Yes, absolutely.
So till next week.
Till next time. Take care. Bye-bye.
You have been listening to Aingeal Rose and Ahonu on World of Empowerment Radio, your station for practical spirituality in a changing world.